Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Psychically Speaking. If you're a regular listener, thank you for being such an important part of this journey with me. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way here. This is a podcast where intuition meets real life truth with just the right dash of sass. I'm your host, Lisa Ann. Together, we'll explore, learn, and grow through meaningful moments and fresh perspectives. This is July, and it happens to be my birthday month. And I have kicked off the month with one of the most amazing epiphanies that I have had in a long time. So today, I want to share something that truly cracked something open in me. It was one of those podcast listening moments where I was on a long drive and I literally had to just stop and do a double, what I call listening take. Did you ever hear something and you're like, wait, what? What was that? Because suddenly I realized something that had been blocking me for years. And I thought to myself, you know what? If this has been a block for me, just maybe it's been a block for you. So here's what happened. I was listening to this audio, just going about my day, and the speaker began talking about two types of gratitude. And I have to tell you, that phrase alone made my ears perk up. They said that there was a settling gratitude and an expansion gratitude. And instantly I knew I had to hear the rest. So, what's the difference? Settling gratitude is when we're thankful, but we kind of stop there. We accept the current situation or circumstance without allowing ourselves to dream beyond it. For example, I'm so grateful I have a couch to sleep on at my friend's house. End of sentence, period, that's it. There's no permission there to want more, to dream, to manifest. Now let's flip that. Expansion gratitude says, I'm so grateful to have a beautiful friend who's letting me stay on her couch right now. And I'm so excited to step into a space that's fully my own. Do you feel the difference? One keeps you where you are, and the other opens the door. And I have to tell you, here's what hit me like a ton of bricks. It's not that I've been practicing settling gratitude. It's that I've had a block with gratitude altogether. The way that I was always taught to practice gratitude made me feel like I was dismissing all the hard work I had put in. It felt like I had to shrink myself, that be happy with what you have because others have less. But you know what? There's also people who have more. And if I had more, couldn't I do more good? Couldn't I help more people who have less? So for me, that kind of gratitude never felt aligned with my soul. To be honest with you, it felt more like a spiritual guilt trip disguised as virtue. But when I heard this idea of expansion gratitude, everything changed. I realized this is who I am. I am an expansion gratitude person. I've always been someone who dreams big, works hard, and wants more. And that's not out of greed, but out of purpose. Now it all makes sense. So here's what I want to challenge you to do this week. Think of it as a reflective challenge. I want you to think of one area in your life where you've been saying thank you, but maybe in a settling sort of way. Then try rephrasing it. Bring in that expansion energy. Let yourself get excited about what's next without feeling guilty about where you are. I've shared this story so many times, but I just feel like it just fits in with this episode so well. Years ago, I used to host these huge health and healing expos. And I am very protective of my business, of my space, of events I do, because I'm very protective of my clientele. They're like my family. And when I do something, I don't give 100%, I give 1,000%. So when I would host these events, the people that would come and participate were people that I knew personally or someone I knew them. So the healers, the psychics, the vendors, I would always know exactly who they were. So one year I was doing an event and someone called me and said, I know you don't know me, but I got your name from so-and-so, and I really would like to participate in the event. And if you want, I will give you a session so you can understand what I do. Now, normally I am not about taking those free sessions from people, but because I had never met this person before and I wasn't really clear on exactly what they were offering, I decided to take them up on the offer. So when I got there, they did a form of healing work and they said to me, I want you to think about something that maybe is a block for you or that you struggle with. So I immediately knew my money challenge. So I said, I would like to focus on the fact of why I have never had a problem making money. I just have always had a problem hanging on to money. So I explained to this person that if I made $100 in a week, something broke that cost me $99 to fix. And if I made $1,000 in a week, some unexpected bill came up for $990. So we started laughing about it. And he started doing this healing session on me. And the minute he started working on me, I was immediately taken to this, I guess you could call it a past life vision of somebody standing online. So I saw through my own eyes, right? It was like I was there. I saw myself as a man, very poor, raggedy, ripped up clothing. I was filthy, dirty, and I was holding this little cup. And I remember thinking to myself, I am so dirty, I cannot even stand the way I smell, and my skin feels so dirty. And as I looked ahead, I saw this beautiful woman in this long dress. And there were two guards standing on each side of her, and she was handing out bread and giving water to everybody. And before I could even think about what was happening, the scene flipped around and I was the woman in the beautiful dress. And I could feel how clean I was and how good I smelled. And as I was getting lost in that moment, I literally heard in my head, how do you think you can do more good in the world? By being the person who is always struggling, or by being the person that has more to share and give? And I have to tell you, that vision and that moment changed my life, because I'm not ashamed to say that there were many, many years that I had taken, unbeknownst to myself, the poverty vow, where I always just made excuses. This is life and not everybody gets opportunities, and everything always goes wrong, and whatever else I could tell myself to make myself feel better about the situation. But when I really got down to the hard work, I realized that I'm the one that had taken that vow of poverty. I'm the one who kept convincing myself like, this is just the way it is. And that moment so changed everything for me. I had to look at my views on money and change my mindset about how I felt about people who had money. And let me tell you something, it wasn't easy. There was a lot of work that had to be done, which is why I ended up with this gratitude block. It was like, why should I be thankful because I'm short, hundreds of dollars to pay my bills? Or why should I be happy with this crappy situation that I'm in that I don't want to be in? It just never felt right to me. But this concept of expansion gratitude, where I can be thankful no matter where I am, while at the same time still working and dreaming and manifesting of what I want next. I hope that this resonates with you. And for those of you who are having the same experience that I had when I heard this, like, oh my gosh, this is like mind blown, right? Please feel free to reach out to me. Let me know your experiences and how you feel about this. And finally, I want you to remember that you deserve to feel gratitude and still grow, to love where you are and yet still reach for more. After all, that's the dance. That's expansion. And trust me, it changes everything. Thank you for joining me today on Psychically Speaking. If you love this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration. And remember to join me for my free weekly Psychically Speaking Live, held via Zoom. And by the way, there's no cameras or microphones on, so come in your pajamas, nice and relaxed, and join us for a great hour of uplifting information. For more information, visit spiritquestnc.com. Until next time, take care of yourself, embrace your light, trust your intuition, and keep growing.